For billions of years, the Earth's climate has been changing. It's gradually changed from warm to cool, and now it's getting warmer again. But what would happen if people started tampering with this cycle by accident, warming the Earth faster than ever before? Natural disasters? Mass extinctions? We may find out sooner than you think. The climate of the Earth is one giant interactive system.
Many people think of the importance in the climate system as the clouds. Those billowy things cause rain, make life grow, and so forth. Other people think, no, it's the trees. Others think it's the winds. Yet others, it's the ocean currents flowing around. In fact, it's all of those. It's the energy coming in from the sun to the Earth. And then that causes evaporation of water, which makes those clouds. But some of that evaporation takes place through trees. That changes the way the atmosphere is heated, which makes the winds blow in various patterns. The winds rub on the oceans. Now the winds are on the oceans, the ocean currents are redistributing the heat. Well, that in turn affects how the atmosphere is heated, which distorts the winds, which in turn affects how the ocean currents come in a giant interactive system.
It all starts with sunlight. Sunlight shines through the atmosphere and hits the Earth, heating it. In turn, the Earth radiates some of this energy back into space. Among the many gases in the atmosphere are certain gases called greenhouse gases. These gases trap some of the outgoing energy, sending it back to the Earth and increasing the planet's temperature even more. It works like the glass panels of a greenhouse.
Here's the Earth, sunlight's coming to it, heating the surface. The warm surface gives off radiation of another kind called infrared radiation. That gets trapped by the greenhouse gases, water vapor, carbon dioxide, and methane, and so forth. And that's re-radiated back to the surface, making the Earth the climate that we're accustomed to.
The greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide, water vapor, methane, and nitrous oxide, are very important to our climate. Without them, temperatures would be much lower. Many plants would not be able to grow, and many animals would not survive. If we increase the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, less heat will escape, and that will cause Earth's temperature to rise. Burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas sends carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and this upsets our temperature balance. For the past 100 years, we've been doing this at an increasing rate. Coal, oil, and natural gas are the organic matter that is left over from the dinosaur era. It took hundreds of millions of years to form, and we're burning them up in our factories and cars, adding huge amounts of greenhouse gases. What will happen?
You open the orange up. The atmosphere is just the thinnest outer skin. Or changing the greenhouse compositions which could affect climate can really affect things.
Will all these new greenhouse gases make the Earth warmer and cause climatic catastrophes?
The standard range at which most people studying this problem think it's likely to occur is that over the next century, if we're lucky, we'll warm up another 1 degree C. If we're very unlucky, we'll warm up as much as 5. 5, I would unhesitatingly say, is catastrophic, because that's the magnitude of the difference between the Ice Age and the Interglacial occurring in a century instead of in 10,000 years. And quite simply, nature will not be able to keep up with that without, I think, massive extinction of lots of species.
Scientists are exploring how we can stop or slow down the human contribution to global warming. All over the world, people have become dependent on factories and machines that produce greenhouse gases. Reducing the emission of carbon dioxide will help. So will growing new forests, because trees actually remove carbon dioxide from the air.
People have this vision of forests, trees, as the lungs of the earth. The trees take up carbon dioxide and give off oxygen as they grow. The question then is, can trees actually remove from the atmosphere the carbon dioxide that we're putting in there from burning fossil fuels? The answer is yes, they certainly can, if they're getting bigger. And if the trees are rapidly growing, they can be removing a very large amount of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. The amount of fossil fuel being burned in the United States is such that on average we're putting about 5 tons of carbon per person per year into the atmosphere as carbon dioxide.
So how many new trees would it take to equalize our carbon dioxide output?
If we were to plant fast-growing trees under optimal conditions, it would take something on the order of the area of Australia to compensate for all the CO2 being put into the atmosphere now from fossil fuel burning. Obviously, that's not going to happen.
Dr. Kenneth Cole has found that growing plants in the ocean may also help reduce carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. He thinks that by fertilizing large areas of the ocean with iron, enough new ocean plants will grow to absorb any excess carbon dioxide that we are creating.
So the idea is that if you add iron to the regions of the world's oceans which are iron deficient, you can promote abundant plant growth, phytoplankton blooms, which would consume atmospheric carbon dioxide. Atmospheric carbon dioxide decreases, and as a consequence, the planet cools.
Scientists have other theories about how to stop global warming, but most of them agree that if we can't stop or slow down carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases going into the atmosphere, we may have a long-term problem on our hands.